John Gerard, John Gerard.
Să vezi pe el, nu știu. Ia meu, poate el?
I guess we have to wait till the technician comes back.
All right, hello, Albert Marshall, let's go to White Sing.
Radio. Just to gauge my audience, I like to get an idea how many fluent speakers we have.
Radio.
And, that's a challenge. But anyway, radio. Kisku kirjaisi ilmiö. Kiskaisi tuus vaan voimme. Tämä on kisku peruskuudum. Luna näkemään se koja eduaktelu. Kad muna pas eduaktelu. Edu ei kana hoi kisnut. Andelu ei niin kisku niin kenudava niin moja minäka tikseduminen dan telu. Mutta kisku kamispa tudemina. Maulugudi ja stolugudi. Ahnin tälle milu visa kis. Masi tiedä muksiukka. Älnui suhtnenu. Lortinenu. Tän vidvigenis kamidina kesikin amuksi. Mä tähän elmiaga lanienu kortiti. Kiskaadis meja adikisi kuultiidis. Amma saa pojipanikä suhtida. Luodida ka. Wennet niin. Tämmöinen vesi. Talle voi utet. Akeskamana kisipanikä sivun neuvoja. Tämmöinen eldaiko. Amispa mäskavistuudi. Ahtelu telimuukilla. Tudemina. Elnuuna niin. Koeksit kad muijas asdera sortivat. Elnui sortinen. Ahtlaadnen tilmaalsinen. Tän pirvinis kamjin ajan. Kisikin aamuksia. Mutta tähän pukos kamnuulle yhtä, kun mitsiät telvedään. Jankideedam niin 1983. Pierre Elliott Trudeau, Delaware. Delit kijev. Mun viisuhtivu. Mun delohtivu saa annu. Edo mun odanu. Msinä menu, takai mesnä mohtaan wadabekoi. Tän telille. Kenega moinen, kenega moinen, tän delapuueva. Kenega moinen kideedaminen. Ta ueminen. Ke maulugudin. Ake abona mone tudemina abona mukunenua. Mahideden muhtlianna. Elnuuna niin. Ois pannu visuti. Mutta magisi vanhuhtivu. Pasunnu. Mutta elnu veski jiruutie. Kedon muudiega. Mira elnuusinen neivä. Amis pagis pankkideiden mua. Ginaamat neuvoin se tuon nudaat. Kadla ginaamat neuvoin niin telne midua. Nudaat ginaamat neuvoin kolaman kisiä soppidessa. Pero nada go inda aru me uiakaada, que sat kuada. Lamana. Kikmana me ades kika. Sabudedara, lagina banno go. Del deedem ni kiskuga. Hamis padelu ya. Kenek na wajidai. We deedem ni na 1970 something. Ula una magi. Asagom. Pasabudedara bani, right? Nautiskaro, which is Dabu, is doing it again. Kiskuga, Uoski. Because now all other Kislia. Walking all the Udigra, which is in Amwani. I tell you, Nina, Menuda, Majimul Guptaman. Majimul Guptaman, Nega, smoked in a maneno. Dante, you know, there. Hoe meneno dabogo, hoe meneno git, kina mat newel, ahak sidi dahan. Nanega mo kina mat newel ahak sidi dahan nudai. Kelaman kisi asok tidis. Manudano, klabi sudah suara meneno pidna. Aha, kismul kina masuk ti tantelil nukin. Na kisi aja dili. Uli la juhtu adesno. Kini janna. Sia wadno. Tandelin no. Badaha mulla raage digena. Segado flabis. Flabis segado dan wada beksu. Ahak sega negamoi. Neda dalgisi Dalgisi agrodom wadas ni menaga, bidu guji. Dalgisi gina wadas no guji jina. Tantul mubas tantul maliam sortino. Kadnega til wije meno, ahwe meno. Da hoi bidu gunis kami jina, kisi gina moksi. Na nega mo ina, sega. Wani net kino. Madam wonne we sorti. Dantel khamik sorti. Dantel orti. Dantel institmo, dantel lodi, rasit kham. Weda bek dantel isu. To mun sudu modi. Ama sege do ste onal dabu wedane. So gaya Mavidanis. Ahmulga Baguadnino, Mulga Baguadinich. Luadinich, Egay. I'm speaking I'm movie, let me just call it. Mubasta Hoinudada, from Kisias of Kita. Kanega, milking in a water one. Elnoway, Tijami. The naam se kistel milki gina war wadas no uni mijuaji ori jam mijuwa na alnui movie on mispa bra tantet wejia na ai kiti da alnui arwanik tuna ewe wasi gaban arwan plaman nega yo migudedi midi tantedi tewji gebme Tewji no da. Nega sieu lortne. Sieu lisukne. Achtelman wadne. Tandelin do. I like to express my deepest appreciation for being given the opportunity to share some of the words, some of the different perspectives. And I just like to start off, as you know, my name is Albert Marshall, and I am from the Moose Clan. And I happen to reside in a community called Eskik Oronawagi. But in essence, I am from Mi'kmaq, the territory of the Mi'kmaq. And if I may extend my welcome to you for coming into our territory, coming into our community. We do, however, encourage you to leave a good deed with the kind words and your gestures, and desperately try to walk gently upon our mother, the earth. Because I think it's obvious to all of us that because of the way she has been abused, in which, in my humble opinion, we have deliberately exhausted the carrying capacity of her system. We have deliberately exhausted the cleansing capacity of the system. And she's crying out to us, look what you have done to us. But the only voice that she has is using extreme conditions. But unfortunately, none of us are heeding to those warnings. Today, our session is, the theme is to I seen. To I seen to us is very much inherent to all Aboriginal people. Because it wasn't that long ago when we were very much hunters and gatherers. We had to constantly invoke that to I seen, or another perspective, in which you have to constantly fine-tune your skills so that you will be better prepared to meet the challenges, whatever nature throws at you. So, but I think it's much more pertinent today, because there's no way that in which we will ever be hunters and gatherers. We now have to try to survive in a wage economy. And in order for you to be part of this wage economy, you have to adhere to certain kind of an education. Education supposedly that will prepare you so that you can very well sustain yourself. But if you were to invoke another perspective, and I would like to encourage, for those of you that have a privilege of being a teacher here in Eskilstuna or any First Nations communities, is to constantly try to present yourself or put yourself out of this box and try to invoke another lens, the lens of an Aboriginal perspective. Because basically, this is who we are. We have so far have had to comply. We always had to transform our ways so that we may appease whatever is being required of us. And I have to say that from all Aboriginal communities, we have made great strides. Language is being promoted to a greater degree. But yet, it's only done in a very early stages of our children's development. If we're going to eventually embrace this to I seen concept, I think the onus is upon us to demand that the education system has to be now transformed so that it will be just as reflective to the Aboriginal people as it has for the mainstream society. Because as young people, they don't have, in in my opinion, the luxury of asking themselves too many questions. Questions like, who am I? Where do I come from? And why am I here? And if and when those questions will be asked, I certainly hope that the answer would be, I am Amigo. I come from the Mi'kmaq environment. And I am here so that I can become just as a contributing member of any society. So this 2IC then is, to me, should be a guiding principle. I have been given credit of coining it, not creating it. Because as I said, just to reiterate, it's very much inherent in the Aboriginal ways of knowing. But it was essential for us to coin it. So it would then mean much more profound. And we can use that 2IC as a concept of encouraging everyone, not just the Aboriginal people, to look at everything from another perspective. And when you look at it from an Aboriginal lens, you're not looking at the negatives, but rather, how do I constantly fine-tune the actions that I am currently taking, so that I will be better prepared, better equipped to meet whatever challenges that the system is imposing upon me. Because if and when those 3 W's are answered to some degree of satisfaction, then I think we will be prepared to ask ourselves, where are we going? To me, to us, it's obvious. Everyone is here to stay. The Aboriginal people are here to stay. The newcomers are here to stay. So let's ask ourselves, wouldn't it then be much more expedient if we can entertain another ways of knowing? Wouldn't that then somehow give us a different perspectives? That co-learning then, I think, has to be very much part and parcel of us moving forward. And in order for us to move forward in that direction, we have to somehow instill in our students of them, helping them to reawaken those spirits that have been dormant for so long. And from that, they will be very much empowered. Because through that empowerment, we would know for sure that they will be honest with themselves. Because if you cannot be honest with yourself, how can you be honest with what you are doing and how we treat each other? And more importantly, how we treat our natural world. Excuse me. So, and in the language, it reminds us on a daily basis that we are very much part and parcel of this wonderful creation. And we can all agree this wonderful creation is sacred. Therefore, if we are then part and parcel of that, we too are sacred. And we have to revere ourselves. Since we are no longer living alone and living by the teachings from our ancestors, we now have to coexist. So I believe through this perspective, then we can introduce another concept like reciprocity, in which we constantly train ourselves. You, as a non-native, constantly try to look at everything from a lens to the audience in which you are being a knowledge navigator. Because I believe, to me anyway, I'm very meticulous in the language. The word teacher, for example, implies that the subject that you are enlightening is at the point zero. I would rather you can somehow embrace the idea that we will just only be a knowledge navigator, because that child has just as much knowledge. It may not be as well coordinated or articulated as we can, but their knowledge is there. And it's up to us to help them share that knowledge, in which that knowledge could be reinforced and used for the benefit of all. The last one, of course, is if we can use that two lens. The word responsibility really comes and plays a major part in our region. Because unless we take responsibilities of our own actions, for us it's very, very simple and easy, because in our language we have 5 tenses: past, present, future, and a healing tense. The healing tense is used since humanity has a lot of flaws. And then we're going to be doing something maybe socially unacceptable. And once the person acknowledges that they are now ready to owe up to the responsibilities of their actions or inequities, then the healing can begin. And I think I like to use the word, for example, none of us as parents, as grandparents, would like to see our children and our grandchildren to be self-medicating, either through alcohol or drugs. In most cases, when we confront them, they will say, "Get Kali. Wagaitibi. Tagalali." They're not own up to the responsibilities of their actions. But if they were to say, "Get Kiyasnek," it's I that did the swallow. It's I that I took that drink consciously. Then the healing can begin. Because without that admission of being prepared and ready to go up to the responsibilities after that, how could there be healing? I also mentioned the statement made by John Chrétien in 1983, when he said, just paraphrasing it, "Since you are no longer living like Aboriginal people, since you are no longer speaking like an Aboriginal person, since you are no longer using some of the traditions, some of the ceremonies, then I don't believe you are entitled to any benefits that flow from this document." So with that, I would beg your indulgences to help us so that this statement will not become true. That the young people that we are nourishing will grow up, not just that they will be able to sustain themselves, but they will also be able to feel and to think and to see that they will be just as competent to be a competent Mi'kmaq or an Aboriginal person, just like what our ancestors were not that long ago. Because this is who we are. And in order for us to feel empowered, the system that we are currently under, that system has to be transformed so that I, as a student,